Welcome back to another episode of JLC TV. Of course, it is Wednesday, which means Operation with
me, Operations Director Luke Murray,
aka
Lieutenant Lentil.
You like that one, do you? I'm gonna throw it.
You like that? I know you like it, so I say it.
That's nice. That's nice. You can come up from one for me. That's all right.
I need to think of one.
Yeah. And of course, I'm head of new business here, and we like to focus on operations today because it's a Wednesday, and we've got Luke in, and it's the best person for it. And of course, we've got Colin as well, that's keen to hear all things operation. It's not a good time of the day for him, is it? It normally gets quite sleepy on this thing. But Luke, why don't you start us off then? Tell us what's been happening.
Okay,
first week back.
Yeah, first week back with the guys. We had a bit of a catch up and had a little reflection on what we've achieved for 2024. So that made some good inroads on what we set out at the start of 2023. We had a little look back and see what we said we wanted to achieve, and like most of the targets we've achieved. So we're definitely moving forwards.
Yeah.
And through 2025, we just decided, like how we're going to sort of drive the operation forward more, like in each department, like how we want to improve and become more professional. So just good having a good catch up with all the sort of team leaders and managers of each sort of department with the operation to get some ideas and keep up the good work basically.
Yeah. And there's a lot of automation been flying around.
Well, to be honest, like my job is to kind of
streamlining.
Not just that, it's more like the future. Like all the guys like do a great job. They're more like the day to day. Like obviously Kat runs logistics with her team. Arlene runs the day to day in the warehouse, and obviously Becky runs the day to day in products. So my job is to kind of look like when we increase and we get bigger, it's like the fine tuning of like the direction we go. So automation is naturally the next sort of logical step if we're going to level up from doing around 190 to 200 orders a day. Like my job is to think, right, if we continue at this trend and we go up 20%, again, we see another 20% increase in our order volumes like we did last year, how are we going to be prepared for that basically? And obviously automation does come into that eventually. You're not just going to keep throwing people at it to fix things. It's going to be how are we going to become more streamlined and efficient, and naturally automation is going to be the way forward for that.
There's a few figures that have been thrown around. It was interesting to hear because you wouldn't think it, but sometimes just a little process that actually, if that was automated, spread over, if you compound the interest and time, not just resource in terms of getting somebody in to do it, but the time it takes, what that actually manifests into is like quite significant cost.
Yeah, for sure. And if you look, like for example, a big thing I think we need to automate, it's on my list, is we want to automate our label printing. So at the moment we have one person that sits there all day.
Yeah.
And manually enters in the label, the delivery information on the labels and prints out 190, 200 labels. So once that's automated, that completely saves a person having to manually do that. It takes away any mistakes, not that there's many actually did that. But then knock-on effect of that as well is, again, on the system, that will save time in finance as well, because they won't have to add all the shipping information in. So we have somebody adding all the shipping fees in on a daily basis at the moment to our tracker. That would then be resolved as well. So even though it's operational, it then has a byproduct benefit in finance as well. So all of a sudden you're starting to save hours all over, and you're becoming more efficient again. So automation is the way to obviously increase those efficiencies.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess because we've got to remember as well that we're still trying to operate. We're trying to functionally operate and trying to move forward, and we want to be modern as well. And so I guess with automation's great. Certainly from an operations point of view, from a back office kind of view, but when does operations start inflicting on our USP, our unique selling point of that personal touch of the customer? Being able to operate within the grey area is what sets us apart from the larger companies, our larger competition.
I think I know what you're trying to get at there, but that doesn't have to be impacted by automation straight away. Like we can continue to run exactly how we're doing now.
Yeah. With
automation speeding up the operation, but what you're referring to, which you've probably spoken to Ricky about, is the other, which we won't kind of go into on this. I know what you're getting at.
No. I wasn't even talking about that unique scenario. It was just more like automation as a whole. Yeah. I wasn't going to dive into.
Well, we can still. The thing is, it doesn't take away any of that personal touch, because automation mainly is the operation. We want to be able to ship more, be more efficient, first time delivery service correct, like things like that. So that doesn't really affect sales. It doesn't have to. Obviously, we looked into it in the past with like CRM systems, automation with like quotes and like automated POs and things like that, and obviously call tracking. So we can go on that line as well with sales, but that would be obviously like Ricky's and yourself, your call like within yourself. But I can bring in automation to the operation without it affecting what we're currently doing. But then there is that option to extend beyond that as well. So.
I think there definitely is, like, and I think there's a world where the two can be harmonious.
Yeah.
I think but I think I'm only thinking from I'm playing devil's advocate slightly.
Yeah.
And obviously unique to that scenario that you spoke about, but it sounds good though. It sounds promising. It sounds like, and it just feels like we're taking things to the next level.
It definitely is, and you've got to look back because change does scare a lot of people.
Yeah, we spoke about change, didn't we? We talked about change.
Yeah, but yesterday.
Yesterday.
And a lot of people like saying they're comfortable role and they're doing what they've always done. Like, a lot of people like that, so you've got to like appreciate that not everyone does like change.
Yeah.
But as I said, like we brought in DocuWare into the operation when that was first brought in. People were like, oh, like, is that going to cause a problem? But like now that's like key in like.
We couldn't even imagine a life without it, could we?
Basically, how we report the numbers to the business on our profit and turnover each day is because we've obviously got DocuWare processing the orders in real time rather than previously we were manually entering on the purchase orders onto the system to make a sales order. We could sometimes be like 4 or 5 hours behind, even longer, before we could actually obviously get the correct information because that was all been entered separately on the profit tracker. So we've already seen the benefits of automating certain things. So yeah, I think once people see the benefit, they'll be like, oh wow, why haven't we done this before? So
where do you find the new bits of technology? Where do you find the new bits of software that's gonna I guess you know the problems. I guess what I'm saying is, how do you go out and find the solutions?
That's a great question, because a lot of the time I'm learning as we go. I don't have like a set image of how something's going to work. I have like an idea of like, right, that's a bit slow, that area. This is what's out there. But until we've actually got it and I've gone through the demo, I don't know myself. So it's a big leap of faith when we're bringing new things in. I don't know exactly how it's going to go at the moment. And there's things when you're in the testing stage that come up, like with DocuWare, we found issues that it wasn't doing, and you just have to resolve it with whoever's designing the product, really. So, and the simple answer is, you don't fully know. You just got to go out there, you just type in like automation for that like subject. That's basically where you start, and then you actually call up and speak to some of the salespeople. Always speak to someone operational, because sales sometimes promise the world. But and then you speak, and then you have a call with the operational person and the salesperson, and you get an understanding, and you learn obviously how it works, and then it's trial and error from there, really.
That's I think if it's a decent salesperson, they've just got to listen to your issues, and then they've got to try and like tailor a package around that solution or around that problem. But
you've always got to have someone operational on the call, because so many people I spoke to, I'm always looking at things. Some things don't come off. Like I say, can you help me with this issue? They'll be like, I've got a solution for all of that, and they'll set it, and then I'll be like, okay, what about this? So straight away I'll be looking for problems. I'll be picking holes to get fixed straight away, and straight away I'll have a call with the operational person, and they'll look into those issues and tell me like yes or no. So yes, I always have to speak to the operational person.
I think anything SaaS related, I feel like you're going to need some kind of technical wizard in there, aren't you? Like a design architect. Otherwise, you might be buying or might be. I mean, I'm sure you won't be, because it won't get past the sign-off stage, but you might be buying off more than you can chew. Potentially. Because I know we've been on some calls with some SaaS guys, and we've been looking at a solution, and we're like, well, we only need it for like a tiny little bit. That's all well and good, but we're nowhere near that stage.
You need all this. So it's about.
You might. I mean, they're probably not wrong, but at the moment.
That's it. And we don't. I said at the moment, it functions. We do a good job. Like we're doing what we need to for the volumes, and we're comfortable with that. But it's not just about standing on our heels and waiting on our heels. We always need to be looking forward and like what's the next challenges that we could have? What's the next hurdles for like upskilling and upselling what we're currently doing? So
an ever evolving operation.
It always is.
It's cool, and it's always good to hear, Luke, as well, because I guess from my side, we never really get a chance to really dive into it. Obviously, we have sessions outside, but aside from that, I hear it either through third party or on the grapevine or on Boss Like Groove or something like that, or it's just implemented.
And also as well, like even some of my team, they'll hear things on the grapevine, and there'll be tweaked somewhere along the line to not give like the true
Chinese whispers.
The Chinese whispers, and sometimes even my team can be like, oh, we're doing that. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. So, someone said we're doing this. I'm like, no, that's not been agreed. Like, I'll only communicate it once it's been agreed. There's a lot of ideas we spitball around and we say, right, yeah, we'll try this, but it sometimes gets twisted a little bit. Like, oh yeah, we're going to do this. Oh, I haven't been told. Like,
I always take. I don't know what I learned a long time ago. It's like, if I won't take it as gospel if I didn't hear it from the person.
yes, yeah, that's a good rule.
If I didn't hear it from them, then it's not happening. And I've got like some people that I've allocated, so that I sit within that realm. I'm like, oh, if they say, then okay, it's happening.
Yeah.
But if it happens to anything but those people, then no.
Yeah.
Depends what we're talking about as well, of course.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, one person before has said, oh, I'm going to lose my job. And I was like, eh? And they're like, oh yeah, you're bringing this in a couple months. Like, no, we're looking at it for the future.
Oh,
yeah. I was like, oh, like, I should be told from no,
AI.
I was like, no, you're not going to lose
They're
your job.
taking our jobs.
Yeah.
Taking
I was
our
like,
jobs.
no, relax.
Automation.
Yeah. I said, the thing is, it will reduce time and it will reduce manpower for like admin tasks, but we've got a lot of smart people here, and if you're losing time on an admin task, it will give people more times to think and be strategic.
Definitely.
That's where the win will be. It won't be people just necessarily losing jobs. It'll be more of a strategic line. People can think a bit more rather than wasting time just doing data entry. That's the ultimate aim.
Yeah, that's it. I guess we'll save time on doing data entry so we can focus on like how we can either finesse other areas of the operation or just I don't know, just developing as a business.
Yeah, 100%. That's it.
Because you said we're growing. Did you say orders are growing 20% on year? Is that what you said?
Yeah, we shipped 23% more in 2024 than we did in 2023. So that doesn't necessarily always mean more profit or more turnover, but it means we are getting more orders. We are busier. Like some of the smaller orders coming through, more customers are bringing on, more device orders. So it's good to show that we are getting more orders basically. But yeah, it doesn't tie into like profit and turnover as such.
Right. Okay. With you.
So yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I think I'd say that was everything. Is that everything from your side?
Yeah. That's pretty much it in a nutshell for what we've been reviewing this week with the team, and all good.
Cool. Colin, anything, Colin? Well, if he's got nothing to say, I've got nothing to say. I think I might wrap it up there. I think we're going to be doing tomorrow. We're doing tomorrow as well, Thursday.
Yeah, tomorrow, so Thursday and Friday, and then just three a week following that.
Okay, fine. All right. Well, until then, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. But thank you so much.
Nice one. Thank you.
See you.